That was one heck of college football game on Sunday night, as we saw the third of three top 10 matchups in college football, this time between number 6 ranked Notre Dame Fighting Irish taking on the road in Miami, the Miami Hurricanes ranking number 10. This is interesting because, for starters, we had CJ Carr making his first start in college football, this time for Notre Dame, taking over for Riley Leonard, who helped bring him to the national championship last season. Going up against Carson Beck and the Miami Hurricanes. Carson Beck, transferring from Georgia. He had an inconsistent season last year for the Bulldogs. Now coming over to Miami, a big deal. Taking over for Cam Ward. So how would both quarterbacks fare? Well, I thought both delivered. It being Miami won 27-24. The game started slow, but Miami found the rhythm. Once Carson Beck went to Malachi Corley and, the running backs, both delivered. Malachi Fletcher Jr., he had 11 carries for 66 yards. And then Brown, he had 54 yards on the ground. Ultimately, they finished with 119 total yards on the ground. But yeah, Carson Beck, 20 of 31 for 205 and 2 touchdowns. His 14-7 at the half, including 1 touchdown to Tony and 1 great snag by CJ Daniels with less than a minute to go, which helped lead it to 14-7. A great one-handed snag. And then it was a 10-point lead with less than 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter for Miami. But credit to CJ Carr and that Notre Dame offense as they rolled, and there was some miscues which led to Notre Dame going back, particularly that big pass Serrera did. He ultimately finished with 5 catches for 97 yards. But CJ Carr, heck of debut in college, 19 of 30 for 221, 3 total touchdowns and a pick, and which he had a rushing touchdown to tie up 24 apiece. But then Carson Beck and the Canes, when they needed it, they drove down the field, and then Carter Davis, with a little over a minute to go, he kicked the game-winning field goal to win 27-24. But then Notre Dame still had a chance, and back-to-back sacks by the Miami defense led it and sealed it with a win. Big win to start in the top 10 for Miami. We'll see what's next for Notre Dame.